this Richie Incognito story, let me put it into your world when you were, let's say, in Tampa, Minnesota, even with the Colts. The hazing that goes on with rookies, I'm told it happens everywhere.
It doesn't happen everywhere. It happens where you allow it to happen. The first meeting we ever had in Tampa and in Indianapolis, there will not be hazing on this team. I didn't believe it. I got hazed as a rookie. It was kind of back then in the 70s, the simple stuff, but there really is no place for it. And you just tell your guys. And we had a lot of guys upset the first time. Hey, I got hazed, and I need to do it. It's my turn now. Everybody's on our team. We got to get them ready to go, and we never had it in the time that I was in Tampa or Indy.
How were you hazed with the Steelers?
I wasn't really hazed too badly because I was just an unknown rookie and I stayed away from everybody. But, the same things you were talking about, go out, have a few beers, and you got to have drinks. You got to do this, buy stuff, got to carry the pads.
Did they make you drink?
They made a lot of the rookies drink. Fortunately, I didn't. I was just too under the radar. They didn't even know I was on the team for 6 weeks, so that helped me. But, there was an incident a few years ago. Somebody was supposed to carry pads off. I forget who it was, a receiver that wasn't going to carry the pads. And, that turns into a big thing, and then it's a fight. And, it's unnecessary.
But is this on Joe Philbin this is the coach where it starts. If you said to your guys in two places, we're not having this happen.
Well,
is there any chance he doesn't know?
I don't think he knows about all of this that's going on. And a lot of it you do think, this just goes with the territory. But, it's the same thing with fighting. People say, well, you got to have fights in training camp. You don't. I used to tell our guys, you know what? You fight in training camp, the same thing that happens if it happens in a game. You're kicked out and $10,000 fine. So go ahead and fight if you want to. We had one fight in 13 years because guys aren't going to fight if you say you can't do it.
So what do you make of this Richie Incognito? First of all, with him and Scott Pioli, who was GM with Kansas City and also worked with the Patriots, said we didn't like him and I wouldn't want him in my locker room.
Yeah, Richie Incognito coming out had a lot of issues, got kicked out of Nebraska. We had the category DNDC, do not draft because of character. Richie Incognito was in that category for us. But a lot of people are going to take chances on guys. He's a talented guy, but trouble seems to follow him.
Well, Nebraska had issues. Well, what was it where you said you put that label on him on draft day?
Just too many things.
Red flags.
Too many red flags, too many personal things, too many off-the-field issues. And
what are the letters?
DNDC, do not draft because of character.
Mm. And even Scott Pioli talked about Kansas City. They scouted Jonathan Martin, thought he was a very smart kid, but maybe a little too sensitive, not as strong as he wanted. Scott was choosing his words carefully there.
And there is that situation. You have guys that come in that are talented, and the veterans have to, you got to get tougher to play in the NFL. This isn't college, and they do things to get the guys tougher, and that's part of it. But I think your veterans know where to go with that and how strong. But it just sounds like you're hearing racial stuff and threats. This sounds like more than just that, hey, you got to get tougher.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.